Morning, guys. Morning. Morning, Mom. What's up? What's up, Blam? Annika? Hello, guys. We'll get started here in a little over a minute. So questions, tickers, you know the drill. Throw them in the chat box. I'm also broadcasting on YouTube. You're welcome to jump over there and get the horizontal view rather than the vertical view. Vertical view. Hello, Ryan. Hello, guys. Starting in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. You can count all fingers and toes, and that's when we start. What's up, Morgan? All right, guys, let's get started. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, June 10th, CPI data drop day. CPI came in hot. Inflation data is up. The implication of that should be headwinds against the indices and gold. Headwind against gold also. And not a good look. A lot of that has been driven by oil prices being up, but it is what it is. So we are up month over month and year over year, which will add pressure on the Fed to whether they hike rates or not. So remains to be seen. It's an interesting dilemma, isn't it? Because Warsh is Trump's boy, and Trump says that he's going to tell whoever, like he can, to cut rates. It's because the United States has a lot of debt to pay off and they want lower rates. But as a true Fed chair, will he do the right thing and hike rates? So I think there's bad implications on either direction. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not a fundamentalist, but it could get ugly, guys. We'll see. So that was the CPI data drop. Tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we get PPI, right? So today was the consumer price index, what we're paying for prices. Tomorrow's the producer price index, so what they're paying for goods. So ours is up, theirs is probably up as well. Although gold and the indices initially reacted positively. Isn't that bizarre how that works when negative for gold and indices, and yet they run? Welcome to Bizarro World 2026. All right. The NIMO, guys, is -7. It actually climbed yesterday on the drop. The NAMO climbed yesterday, even though we dropped. VIX is at 19. It really looks like it spiked yesterday a bit at 23. At 19, not a lot of protection in the market. That's the average numbers are like 17 through 21. When we got down here around 15, it's like nobody's got protection, which means that when we do fall, it can cascade pretty hard. So anyway, we're monitoring that, and the volatility of the VIX itself hasn't risen. So the VVIX hasn't risen. There'll be mass panic when that volatility rises and we start seeing numbers over 30. That's when the house catches on fire, folks. I think it's coming. I've been saying it for a while. If you watch my weekend updates, guys, I called. I mean, I can't lie about this. You can go back. It's recorded and time-stamped. I called that red box the top. Look, predicted top 1 month ago. Is that math? That's pretty damn accurate if you ask me. And I said at the time, just full disclosure, that I believe that that's the top, unless the moment we're in that, peace breaks out, we'll break through. But otherwise, This market structure break in the NAS is pretty significant, right? It was a false break yesterday. We need to close below this market structure, because if that happens, or if you watch my video, guys, you need to watch my weekend updates on YouTube. If we close below 28,500, we're heading to that box for our next support test. So we're going to drop to 27, about another 1,000 points. So that's what I'm watching. Although right now, when you get wicks through key levels, that's known as a false break. So buyers supported that level, even though price broke it momentarily. It's the close price that you look at. That is the industry standard. Let me get into my scalping report here, guys. Right now, we are primed for a primary read, right? So our next primary read in ES, short bias below the white line, we're looking for our next read at 73.41 or 40. Right in there will be our confirmation. Of course, the matrix will signal it for you for confirmation. All trend sets, unless we buy going into open. If we do, I think a mean reversion of 7,400 short would be good. I don't see why this climbs when headwinds are higher for the indices, but we're in bizarro world, and sometimes not a fucking thing makes sense. So RTY, same thing, guys. We are primed for a short read. It's going to be here about 58.24. You're going to have to pay some extra points. Wait for 49, because you don't want to take that cross and the VWAP hold. So I would pay the additional points for confirmation that the VWAP is crossed. So my traders, we're going to eyeball 28.49. Let me set an alert there. I like alerts. You can see we're flirting with bias level, but it is widespread. If you look at the hourly, folks, it's still got some widespread. Their price is going to have to lift almost to the daily high and higher in order to pull those EMAs, and you got to check it on the hourly. I teach all this when you come to my VIP. It makes it very simple. If you add the matrix to your charts, life just gets super smooth. All right. So I had a gentleman yesterday use the matrix, or I'm sorry, this is Monday, use the matrix for the first time. First trade, paid for about 6 months of its usage. So, all right, NASDAQ. The next short read, guys, would be a primary read. So we are pre-primary reads on these, so we want to monitor these prices about right around 800. We're going to keep an eye on that. I've got an alert set here for when it falls through there, and then of course support overhead at 900. Interestingly enough, on all these indices, these are little baby flags, or pennant, or technically pennant formations. So if these are true, the next leg is up, right? Market open could shoot us up, because oftentimes market open replicates the reaction at 8:30. Doesn't make sense that we're going to climb with headwinds, but technically that's how it measures. Sometimes fundamentals and technicals are at odds, guys. The Dow is preset for a primary read, and the way you know that, guys, primary read short when all time frames are red. Your primary read exists on the 5 minute. That's our premium trade. When that turns red, that's your trade, right? And that's going to be approximately right around 50,000 and high 500s. You can see the number over here. So it's going to be somewhere in around there. We want to watch that. For our trade, gold has just been sour. Guys, I think we see 4,100 today. But listen, a lot of swing traders are saying, where do I buy it? 4,000 is going to be extremely attractive for a swing trade. Buying and holding that. Interestingly enough, gold has given back every penny of its 2026 run-up. Every penny. Yep. All gone. So anyway, our next short read, we're sitting right on it, guys. See that? So we don't have the call yet, but we're approximately at price. It's going to be right around 75, 41.75. And we'd hunt that for 10, keeps us inside the daily low, so we don't hit market support. Oil, we just price monitor it. It is currently at $89, kind of in this channel, really, of 88 and 90, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Latest news out of the Trumpdom. is that Trump to keep exerting maximum pressure to get a deal done. That dropped an hour ago. Before that, said that talks will continue, but an hour before that, he said he's ordering new strikes against infrastructure. It'll change. He'll tweet later today that they love each other. And then tonight it'll be, I'm going to bomb the dog shit out of you. So, all right, guys, let's see what you got. What questions do you have? Because the time is yours now, folks. Take advantage of having a research analyst here with you. Scrolling over here. We've got about 100 people with us. Guys, hit that share button. You can share that you're live with me. That way other people know. Seems like we're stuck at 100. Not that you're not my 100 favorite people, but I'd certainly like to, been doing this for 4 years. I'd like to be at 500 pretty quickly. Let's see. Yeah, it's an absolute psyop. You're not going to, convince me. Yeah, Evgeny, I forgot the link again, didn't I? I had a hour Zoom right before I went live here, so I was behind. I'll throw it in a second. But thanks for the reminder. Mohammed wants to know about So first of all, congratulations on getting stopped out. Now, I don't mean that because you lost money. I mean that because of discipline. You wouldn't believe how many people have no discipline. So my next trade plan still exists from my weekend update, and you can go watch it on YouTube. And just if you look at the description, go down to HYMC. I talk about it. But really, my next area of interest is this. I don't know if you can see this on Instagram. That gap there creates support and resistance. So we're going to keep an eye on between $16.35 and $20. So the median price is about $18.75. So somewhere in there is probably its next support level where I'd be interested in looking for confirmed support to buy. And if you want more detail on it, again, check my weekend update as I have that there for you. Good question, though. Crazy moves in gold this morning. Not crazy on the wider time frames, but yes, for us on the 1 minute, it's bouncing around a lot. Hi, Sean. Do we still hold skunk orders at 4,100? I think 4,100 for a shorter term bounce is decent. I don't know that that's the long term turn, but that bounce might be worth 50 points. 4,000 for sure. So OK 13 if you want to. So the way that I would trade plan around XAU for that is, let me turn on the matrix. The reason why I do that is the matrix does this for you, makes the key levels, right? So you see how much. Oops, no, you don't. If you're on Instagram. See that wick, right? There's a ton of buyers that sitting at 4,100. So the way I would trade plan this is you're going to buy somewhere between 4,100 and 4,115. Now, if you want a disciplined tight stop loss, I would go like 40.75 to 40.80. And then you can have a 4,200 price target for a 100-point bounce, right? See that wick, or that wick was a 300-point bounce. So you can try to grab 100, or you can target 200. It doesn't matter, because what you do is once it enters, if it bounces, you trail it. So it's more likely that you're going to exit your trail on profit than you will at hitting your TP. So, but yeah, that's that. And then definitely 4,000 should be an explosive bounce. So good question. Good morning, guys. Will gold go up now? It shouldn't. That's bad CPI data is bad for gold. So it's bad to neutral, right? So, and again, I was surprised that it lifted. I anticipate probably a price lift, and then the market will settle out. My trades, we're probably going to see the opposite. So what I mean is if markets run up through our war room. The rest of the day they'll sell off. If they sell off through our war room, the rest of the day they'll buy back. I've just seen that trend lately. YouTube, I'll be back over to you in a second. See, what do you think about the CPI numbers? I mean, crazy how markets, priced core CPI. I mean, still paying double price for a cheeseburger, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, guys, my local economy sucks. Paying $6 for gas. When I go out to eat, it's damn near double what it was a few years ago. So, yeah. And the CPI reaction, the CPI numbers weren't good. They were hot. And yet, we get a positive reaction. I triggered into the trade, guys, on gold. I just got the alert. So, that was a near primary read, but see that second read? My traders? Look at that, guys. The matrix does it for you. I am in. I am short gold, folks. Short gold. It's a 10. The secondary read's technically a 5-point read, but look, guys, this was a ricocheted first, so you can play as a first for 10. If you're not in, look for a bit of a discount here at about 70. See if you can get in around 70. This thing's going to be, I'm going to trail it down. There you have it. It's a benefit of coming to my live. You get trade calls when they happen. And guys, if you want me on your charts, buy the matrix. Look at that. This trade right here, if you would have entered it on one contracted gold, 10 points, $1,000. That would be months and months and months of matrix use in one trade. This is my full education and my trading style on a chart. Link is in my bio. Go at it. Then come to my Discord and get educated on how to properly use it. And special announcement, matrix users, you're going to get 1 day a week extra war room with me, right? I'm going to trade specifically with only my matrix folks. VIPs, you get me every morning. Matrix users, you get me every morning, and then that extra time. Bonus. Okay. What do you think of SpaceX IPO will do the markets? It'll be like a vacuum cleaner. It'll suck liquidity out of other, so there'll be rotation quickly into it. And then when it sells off, it'll rotate back like a tidal wave. Pulls all the water in, and then it'll push it back out. Guys, stay out of SpaceX IPO. I've said it everywhere. You're an absolute idiot if you buy SpaceX. Now, in 10 years, it's a different conversation. But if you buy that IPO, you're going to get your face smashed. All right. Running out of time here, guys. How's Pep and KO? Pepsi and Coke. Consumables. All-time high anchored VWAP is resistance, market structure support. Let me turn the matrix back off. Look for downside market support here at about 136. There was a gap back here that's also kind of close. So 136, 137 is your support. I'm running out of time, guys. I see you have more questions. I apologize, but listen, on Instagram, see Alpha Beta Report saying follow here or follow us. Go follow Alpha Beta Report's Instagram, guys, because I'm going to be here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m., but I'm going to be on Alpha Beta Report's Instagram with Crypto John at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 2 hours after this report. We're going to be there doing a Q&A. You're going to have 2 research analysts. You realize there's only 5,500 worldwide, and you're going to have 2 of them on the same day at the same time. You're going to want to be there. All right, so, all right, traders, here we go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Join my VIP, guys. You will not be sorry. Have a good one, guys.